evil blanket fish has awoken.
Alright. Looks like everything's coming in. Seems too close. I have to redo my camera again because I don't know what it is. For some reason, the driver keeps getting screwed up, and I have to completely delete it and uninstall it, which always puts the camera back to like default settings. Then I have to manually move it around and set it where it needs to be. So yeah, today we are going to be starting the Skautfold series, which we'll be doing on the Monday morning streams. The first game, which is the one I'm doing today, I've already played. That was actually what got me interested in the series as a whole. Which is why I've already got, some stuff. Why is it not full screen? Like, it's showing up as like full 1080 or hey Wabon, thank you very much for the resub. Yeah, it's like it's showing up as full 1080, that OBS is picking up. But on my actual screen, oh wow, it's not even showing up. Oh, there. See, it's like it's not fully covering the screen, and I don't know why. Pretty sure I had it covering everything the first time I played it. But yeah, this apparently every game in this series is slightly different genre, and this one is very much inspired by Bloodborne. If you're willing, I'd like you to sign this contract. It's simple, really. You fulfill this deed, and once completed, you'll freely walk the land. Something not many can say in this place. Just sign here. I think you get an instant game over if you refuse. Yeah. Fantastic. Now I'll explain your new abilities before we head for the manor. I'm gonna take the lesson just because I think there's a butler fight, which gets you a ith room. Ith runes are basically like the upgrade currency. Trying to remember what all the buttons do. First and foremost, watch your spam manners with tracks, they are expecting you. Oh, it's not a bit like Bloodborne. Like, it's heavily inspired by Bloodborne. Got that. You got your, like, healing injections. Yeah, there we go. Like, basically when you start the game, the first thing you kind of want to do is fight as many of these guys as possible. Still trying to remember the buttons. Also, that clock when you die... Oh, I'm back at the beginning. That clock when you die is your sanity meter. Every time you die, and there's other things that happen also, it moves counterclockwise. And essentially, once you get it from 12 back to 12 again, some stuff becomes available. But as you get more insane, much like in Bloodborne, except they do a better job of it in this game, as you get more insane, you start seeing, like, enemy variants that are way more powerful. Hey, Ragnar, how you doing? But yeah, the butlers are the main things here. They all drop either ith storms, which you need for upgrades, or keys to the different parts of the map. Oh crap, these are still here. Okay, so they're here, but they're not active. This is like a super boss fight where you fight every boss in the game at the same time. I forget what, I think this one was like a rush mode or something. But you don't get them until you actually beat the game. But they're here now, but they're just not active. forgotten which button that was. Like, honestly, for some reason, even though this is supposed to be, like, a Souls-like, kind of, more particularly a Bloodborne-like, it's really hard for me to remember that R1 and R2 are the attack buttons, since it's in 2D. I already checked. Yeah, but like I said, basically, first thing you want to do is kind of try to find and kill as many butlers as you can, because that's where you get your upgrades from. Yeah, you have, like, under the buttons, it basically shows your lantern. You have limited use for it, but it'll essentially, if you're shining the light on an enemy, it'll give you a reticle over them when you can shoot them to put them into, like, a stun state. Hey, Samato, how you doing? Well, this one uses pretty much everything. Like, R1 and R2 are your normal and heavy attacks. L, left trigger, or L2, is your gun. L1 is block or parry. And then, you know, square is interact, X is run, circle is dodge, and triangle is heal with the injection. Then L3 is that. Can't remember if, I don't think R3 does anything. Good old Nyarlathotep. Oh crap, I think this is already the boss. I think I already ran into a boss room. This looks familiar. Yeah, it is. It's the 4th night. I don't have any upgrades, so I don't really want to... Fuck, I think I'm caught in here. Alright, I guess we're fighting. He is really hard to stun, because the only time to stun him is like right before he teleports. And obviously if you miss, he's behind you. Yeah, I didn't mean to run into him right away, but once you go into the room, you apparently can't leave. But yeah, he's essentially the first... You can kind of do him in any order, but he's supposed to be like the first one that you should come across. That's right. This is the kid that sells Yu-Gi-Oh! Stones. I was visiting here with my grandfather when the fog descended. My friend warned me in due time and showed me this safe spot. She also said you'd show up sooner or later, and that the fog would be lifted when you finish your duty here. I can trade Itziones for Vitae if you are interested. My friend has an unlimited supply. Just don't ask where they're from. Oh yeah, this is the MC Escher room. Yeah, that... You need to be fully insane, but that's where you fight the super boss. I think that makes, considering the one we got in the tutorial and that one, I think that makes 2. Most of the upgrades are 3 it stones. Oh, right. I already went in there. Should make 3. Crap. Not trying to fight right now, just trying to get back to the beginning. I can even remember which way it was. God damn it. Well, one way to get back to the beginning. Now to see if I can remember where the attack buff place is. F4. Wasted a heal. Here he is. You're supposed to make the fog kneel? The irony in sending you here. But if Waltham thinks you're a good fit, I'll help you. You'll need it. Just use my machinery next to me to infuse your blade with vitae. Should help even a weakling like you. So damage went from 100 to 115. This is the crazy guy that you give him vitae and he raises your insanity. This be the punishment of the old god. Would this be the retribution for the Vatican? For hiring that mass-murdering second knight. That monster hunted us down one by one, yet the crown protected him. Oh, Angelus is the only god, and he blessed the royal family. Forgive me, Angelus. I can bless you, wicked woman, but I shall require vitae in return. Why, you ask? I am forging the sign of Angelus beneath me. Create sacred ground. But yeah, I think you need to get 3,000, and he'll, like, raise your insanity by a lot. I think he is... What does he raise? Ewan Waltham. A Velmar, right? Velmar is what the main character is, essentially, like, kind of a revenant that someone makes a contract with to bring them back. When we arrived and were caught in the fog, my kin went ahead and scouted the manor. No, he must be dead by now. Make sure you don't meet the same fate. Keep your wits about you. Oh, this is the guy that raises your stamina. Altered course of the meteoroid. Desk is littered with notes on a meteoroid. Board is covered in detailed observations on a glorious city atop a meteor. Yeah, there's lots of little hints to bigger things that are supposed to happen that I assume are gonna take place in the later games. Don't quite get resolved in this game. Poem detailing the fog that consumed the Silk Road. Fog is here, the rest is gone. Chemical notes on the makeup of the entity on the floor. Entity looks oddly familiar. New. Library key for that. Okay, he's the one that raises your max injections. Not even draw my blade. I heard the screams from upstairs. I haven't heard screams like that since our misfortune in the Holy Lands. Took care of those servants, but now I'm stuck here and the fog is not dissipating. Do have my injection kit with me. Need help, just ask. I can reinforce your injections. It's not approved by the Waltham Industries, but it's a common practice on the battlefield. It does have some minor side effects, but nothing serious, I can assure you. Probably. So I didn't know this on my first playthrough, but apparently... Where is it? Rank on the bottom right on the top, like, information there. Apparently, after a certain amount of upgrades you get, your rank goes up. And in order to get the upgrades, like, for your vial, it costs as many if stones as your rank. So it's actually better to up the number of injections you can carry, like, right now, when you're at rank 1. Because they get more expensive later. I didn't know that on my first playthrough, and I had to pay out the ass for them. Ah, damn it. Didn't have enough time for the heal to actually fill up. Because unfortunately those knives that they throw come out really quick and they stun you for a while. Just them, and it's not even contact damage with them, it's literally touching the fire. Like, even the bosses you can walk through. I'm trying to think if any of the, like, later, like, nightmare versions of enemies have contact damage. I don't think so. That's the first one. That's the nightmare version of, like, the maid. Oh, is it? I actually haven't had that many, like, Indian food or types of curry in general. I think I've only ever had butter chicken and chicken korma. Yeah, I definitely don't mind heat. That's another nightmare version of an enemy. Fuck. Specifically the axe guy. I think these are technically supposed to be later areas, but I'm just going through them because I'm trying to go to places that I remember there being butlers. Because even if you die, the whole point is just to get the it stone from killing them. But yeah, as your insanity goes up, the higher the chance that you're running into, like, nightmare versions of enemies rather than the originals. Oh crap, this is another boss. Yep, that's what I thought. I'm stuck in here. Alright, let's go. I think this guy is actually one of the easier ones, though. Yeah, I think the shooting him right before he starts his, like, triple hit combo is what stuns him. Crap. Yeah, it's right when he gets low, he starts blocking everything. Barely. Fuck. Ah. Alright, so now that I've killed one of them, the injection guy and the bullet guy are both in the main room. Looks like you have come to possess one of the flames from outside this world. Surely the knights acquired them during their fog diving. This explains a lot. Whoever showed them how to beckon the fog must have also showed the knights how to actually use the flames. Fortunately, you cannot harness the flame. It's not compatible with your current state. Fret not, you are on the right track. Find the other knights and they will lead you to the beckoner yet. We got the Twilight Flame from Grey. Twilight Flame of Raglia. Turtle Flame found its way to the second knight during his time mapping out the borders of the Eastern Fog. It represents the balance of darkness and light. Details disturbing events that took place in Prussia in the year 1839. The narrator called Daniel willingly sacrifices his memories to face his fears. The contents of these books are unspeakable, indescribable, and utterly beyond sanity. So Twilight. Cosmos is pouring through the walls. Let's go anywhere. No. Those guys can't actually be attacked, by the way, so I didn't bother. Someone was hit by a falling clock. On closer inspection, these clocks pulsate with church key. Not quite what I'm looking for, though. I'm actually looking for ith stones. Oh, god damn it. I keep running into bosses early. I've barely gotten any upgrades. Hitting? Nah, I'm still too far up. I'm firing too soon. And I shot in the wrong direction. Crap. Oh. Okay. Whew. Yeah, in order to get the true ending, you have to spare the 4 knights and kill the final boss. Like, you have the option to either kill them or spare them after you land the last hit in their life bar. Actually, I should just try to make it back to the front since I'm out. God damn it. God damn it. Why did the Itstone have to fall so far away from him? Damn it, and that Itstone would have got me another upgrade too, and only got 2. Is this where I died? This is where I died. Could also be the time of day, Nami. You tend to lose a little bit over the course of a day just because of gravity acting upon your spine. Actually, since I've already killed the boss, I might as well... I probably should just explore the rest of the roof. I think there were another couple of butlers or something around there. I need to get back into the habit of doing, like, quick 2 and 3 hits with dashing strikes. If I remember right, that's how... almost what you have to do to be able to beat the last boss. I think that's everything on the roof. What keys do I have? Reception key, church key. Coffins were crafted recently. The craftsmanship appears shoddy at best. Apparently, if you win that like big optional thing, that fight with every boss in the game at the same time, you get the pug gives you something. But I did not put enough time into the game to be able to do that. Since I'm here. How much is it to increase my bullets? Chapter 2 Sarza? Well, don't want to be mourning of others, but he smells a lot like you. Very agitated, if you ask me. Just keep an eye open. Five vials, 8 ammunition. Bought 1 weapon upgrade. Trying to decide between upping my damage again or upping my stamina. I think I'll go damage. Pass by him? Oh, there it is. So now we're at 130 damage. Yeah, I went health a lot the first time I did this, obviously, because I was still figuring out how to play, but now that I basically know that dashing attack is, like, overpowered and your best bet for almost everything, I think just damage. At some point I do need to get a little bit more stamina though. I need to be able to do that more often and still have enough to get out of the way for the final, like the last couple of bosses. Book was left open at a page describing the start of the cataclysm in Mecca. I do now have the church key. Poor Saab is torn apart with incredible viciousness. Freshly dug grave, it's oddly comforting. Leave a flood of bodies about, never gonna be done like so. 'Tis what the fog does. Keep me busy like. What does this connect to? Oh. Alright, that's enough for another upgrade. Keep looking through here first, though. That one was really jump happy. Almost 25% insane. Let's get stamina.
Why didn't you dodge?
Honestly, I wasn't expecting another I was trying to check my lantern to see if it was on or off, because that place was well lit, and I'm running low on the juice for it. And I wasn't expecting there to be another butler there. Let's see if we can make our way. I'm not even sure you can get around without setting that off from the top. I don't think I was ever able to get past that one in my first playthrough either. Nope, veggies are just what real food eats. Oh shit, I didn't even realize I was that low. I was not paying attention to my health there. I'm getting distracted by this blasphemy of Jig saying that vegetables are good. Oh, I guess maybe I have to roll through it. God damn it. Trying to preserve my lantern by not looking through it. I thought I already killed you. Get it off the screen! I've already been through here. I think this is what leads to the fourth night. I got 4. Appears to be a book about Alfred the Great. Has many pages with countless corrections. Yeah, I think this also leads to the fourth night. It was actually one of the harder ones. Glyph looks identical to the one Waltham is standing in. According to these quickly scrambled notes, the hunter found the king and was immediately attacked by him, leaving him in this sorry state. That was just a hell of an ambush. Actually, I don't think I've gone all the way down yet. So at some point I need to stop dying so I can actually collect enough vitae to start either buying it stones from the kid or raise my insanity. Damn it. Fuck it, let's raise HP a bit. The carriage was completely overgrown and are rotting. They were left to the elements for months or even years. That's the end of the area. Okay, that's just a shortcut to get to the... Was he the third? No, he was the second. Second night. Okay, now we're starting to get to the point where I am trying to remember what other ways I can go. It's like I said, the main thing is just trying to figure out where... Okay, this is new. Like, you're essentially just hunting down butlers for upgrade materials for the longest time. Bled to death in this cold, one of the most painful ways to go. Isn't another way up? Oh, this is the dead end. The fog is here. Its children to everlasting, still so cruel. Oh, I could have just did that. Oddly marked spear. Looks like their fun and joy was cut short. He has velvet bandages on his left arm. This is quite obviously bolted shut, yet the other door is untouched, not the best hiding place. It's hard to make sense of this formless corpse that smells like a wet cat. That's right. think that's where I came in here. Came in from here. Died too close to the door. I can't extract her. The headed statue depicted the late queen. Go. Just need another 500 and I'll be able to buy stones from the kid and his monster. His I don't know, I guess it's some kind of elder god thing considering the background. I died here last time because of that. Fucking ambush as soon as you step through the door. That's just a loop. Here's the kid. Oh, I have enough. Never mind. So, I have enough for 2 upgrades now. can't remember if this went anywhere. Still, I need the library key. Alright. Wait, I think I've talked to him since I killed that second boss. I've read to call anything specific, I suppose. All Velmar share this fate. Fortunately, it's a side effect of the contract. Not many ever recover their memories, especially not those who had such a long rest. Maybe once the fog is lifted, I'll tell you who you were, before you ended up in that hole in the ground. Last time I went left. Okay, once again, needs library key. Where the hell do I get the library key? I think both of the rooms in here use the reception key, and they're both dead ends. Yeah. Yep, she died too close to the door. Yeah, I guess it's time to fight him after all. Books focusing on the Vatican's plot to side with the American rebels and the consequent execution of the conspirators, including the last pope. Butler's head was crushed to pieces. The bars are forced open with amazing force. A severed arm sits on the shelf. Book detailing the cataclysms cantered in Mecca and the awakening of the fog. So I got in here, but I can't get out because I don't have the library key. So at this point, only the first night is left. Which, the first time I went through the game, I essentially I had more upgrades, but I just straight up went to go beat her after I beat the other three. The super boss, however, gives you something that makes her a lot easier. But in order to fight the super boss, I need to get fully insane. Also, wouldn't hurt if I could get some more upgrades while I'm at it. think it's also very rare that a normal enemy can drop a myth rune. But again, very rarely. I think the first time I played this, it happened like once, maybe twice that I didn't notice. Yeah, but basically, once I'm fully insane, I can go in here and fight the super boss. Which in my first playthrough, I actually beat him after I beat the game. He wasn't really that hard, but as I said, I spent a lot more time running around and getting upgrades, at least compared to where I'm at now. Also a lot more time dying, which is how I was able to go fully insane and fight him in the first place. Damn, I've accumulated 21 bullets. Alright, make me insane. Not sure how much that upped it. How do I get the library key? Although I'm pretty sure that's literally just a shortcut out of the room where I fought the fourth night. Probably not anything important. But it still means I'm missing a butler somewhere that would give me that key. Ugh. I think that's the way to the first night. Red mass resembles fish eggs. Something visibly squirms inside. Mass is pulsating. This is another one of those things that they don't actually explain in this game that I have a feeling is gonna come up in the later ones. God damn it, that's not what I wanted to do. Just... Oh, well, I guess we're fighting the first night. What jigs? I could have swore at some point it starts giving more than 15 per upgrade. I don't know. That's something you need to ask yourself. But, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and go on break. I'll be back in 5, and then we will... Basically, at this point, I need to get myself crazy. So I can go fight the super boss. Because it basically makes you immune to that Reaper thing that the first night puts on you that drops you down to like 1 HP. I'm not even sure it dropped you down to 1 HP. I think it does, like, your max HP minus 1. I think the only reason I survived it is because I was at full. But, yeah, as I said, I'm gonna go on break. I'll be back in 5, and then we'll continue. Alright, I'm back. So there's the one. $1 million, Jigs. Looking into the eyes is oddly relaxing. God damn it. That's the second time that's happened where I was just trying to extract from the tentacle right underneath the door and it sends me in. Alright, let's do this again. Sad thing is, I'm not even close to being insane yet. I know there's still a couple of places that I haven't gone to, because there's a couple of areas that I remember that I know I haven't been to in this run yet. No fucking clue where they are, though. $1 million, Nami. That was the number that was out there. Pretty sure you're gonna have somebody's gonna have to start a GoFundMe to make that happen. Here's some sort of a murmur. Not one word sounds audible or reminds you of any word you know. Seems disappointed. Points his hand below. You feel a horribly crushing sense of sadness as you look at the night. I think he's basically there to tell you if you're crazy enough to go into the room with the super boss. Oh yeah, Jiggs is lying out of his ass. Hardcore. Like, never in the history of lies has there ever been a lie that hard, that crazy. There's the key to Noah's study, but that's not quite the one that I was looking for. It. Skull is at least 30 feet across. Jigs, I'm just gonna remain silent on that. We've talked about this before. You never take the advice that I give you. So, I'm out. At this point, you're just reaping what you sow. Remember if there was something on the other side. Oh crap, I'm about to die. And if she's flirting while she has a boyfriend, that's also probably not someone you want, because she'll more than likely do the same to you. But I've told you all this before. hell? I guess if nothing else, I can go look for Noah's study. I did get that key, but if I remember right, it's literally just like some lore stuff. As is this, once I ever find the dance hall key. That'll at least give me something to do while I'm gaining up blood to give to the priest to make me more insane. You realize there are a lot of things that give people dilated pupils, mostly involving, you know, narcotics. So is it more likely that she was staring at you with dilated pupils because of what you think, or because she was on something? You think people don't get high at work? Most of these paintings are depicting the late queen, oddly nostalgic. I know Noah's study was somewhere up here. Hey RNG, how you doing? Damn it, where the hell was it? It's been going well. I'm actually pretty far ahead to the point where I could probably beat the game pretty quickly if I wanted to. There's a couple other things I'm trying to do before that, though. Namely, fighting the super boss to make the first night fight, and I don't have to worry about her, like, her one-shot kill attack. Problem is, I haven't died nearly as many times as I did my first time through, so I'm not insane enough. And because I'm not insane enough, that also means that the higher level enemies aren't showing up as much, and they're where you get a lot of blood from. Like that one. That's the insane version of the maid. Like, they're showing up every once in a while, but I remember when I got my insanity all the way up, that was pretty much all you were getting, and you could farm for blood pretty easily because of that. And then go buy it stones from the kid. I probably don't need that many upgrades this time through, since I already pretty much know, but I would kind of like to show off what the game looks like when that happens. Because currently I'm not even halfway. I also know that I'm missing some butlers, because I don't have the dance hall key, I don't have the library key. So that's at least 2 butlers I'm missing, and if I'm missing those butlers, then that means there's someplace I haven't been. There we go, finally found Noah's study. This diagram explains one way to beckon the fog. It involves the name Nyarlathotep. Just repeats fog over and over. This calculation looks inefficient. Papers talk about something called the Citadel. Apparently it's some sort of city traveling the endless oceans of space. Papers talk about experimentations calling upon cosmic deities. The books in the tub talk about a race of explorers traveling across time and space by projecting their minds. I believe, I think those are the Yig? Like in Lovecraftian lore, I think that's the Yig. Like their planet was dying, so they like projected their consciousness into other beings in different, like, in different planets and shit to survive. I can't remember. I looked it up, but I don't remember what it was. It wasn't anything super telling of the story or anything. Feel fulfillment, all costs forgotten, all loss ignored. The stone fulfills me and I feel freed, more free and liberated than ever. Yet, I let the stone go. Another needs it and I let it go. What does this mean? Why would I ever do such a thing? Am I bound to make the same mistakes forever? think the dance hall key you get after you fight Len. Maybe you can get it before, I can't remember, because it's essentially a shortcut to fight her. Fortunately, I don't think I can see my new insanity level unless I die, because it only shows by the watch ticking down on your deck screen. I'm getting somewhere. More of those, like, ghosts that spread gas around the area are starting to show up. I think that's like one of the lower tiers things that starts happening when insanity gets high. Okay, so we paid for insanity 3 times. Only the Beckoner remains. Show him no mercy. What he beckoned will have impregnated his mind and will soon take over. Killing him will be a mercy. Once dead, I shall lift the fog and you'll be freed as agreed. Finish your duty, my Vedma. Prove once more the might of the Waltham Industries. There's the dance hall key. I thought it was after you beat Len. I can see Waltham patiently waiting on the other side of the gate. Let's go check the dance hall. Can't remember if there was anything in here other than just lore. Based on the marks on the wall, a long Eastern-style sword was used, much like my own. Cut open with a large scythe. Sacrifice was performed here. Everyone here we used to beckon the fog. It's like she was shot to death with a gun. She was stabbed at least 10 times. Which, you know, reading all the clues, it was essentially the 4 knights that came in here and murdered all the nobility as a sacrifice to an elder god, I'm gonna guess Nyarlathotep, since he's the only one mentioned by name in a couple of spots, in order to bring the fog. Guess let's get ourselves killed to see how far the insanity's gone. I could just go finish the game though, and then do the super boss after, because I mean at this point we've already killed Len, so we're not really going to get any benefit out of what he gives when you beat him. I managed to stay far enough away from her that I had the stamina to roll through her death attacks. Which that was a big problem the first time I played her, is that I was focusing so much on trying to damage her that when she did that, my stamina was gone and I couldn't roll through them. Or I only had enough to roll once or twice and I didn't have the timing down. As you saw, towards the end of the fight, she's just constantly spamming it. Alright, that's the one room that was blocked off, but you could get through from the other side. As far as the nightmare versions, this one is the worst. Because it had, like, its attacks just auto-home in on you. So the only way to avoid damage is to roll right when they would hit you. Well, we've got enough to pay for more insanity. Guess let's make our way back. And then we'll try dying to see exactly where it is. Assuming I can find my way back. let's let something kill us so we can see how crazy we are. Pretty crazy, now that these things are starting to show up. Nothing you can do about them. There we go. Fuck, we're only slightly past the halfway point. I mean, I can keep killing shit and trying. I don't think killing the last boss will take too long. For some reason I really thought buying the insanity from that guy would move it further than that. I bought it like 5 times now. I guess that just kind of goes to show how much I died the first time I played this game. Because I only had to buy the blessing 1 time to reach full insanity. Do have another if. Oh, I think she just dropped it. Yeah, they're still mostly throwing lower level versions of the enemies at me. Where are you? Alright, fuck it. The insanity grind is going a bit too slow. So let's just go ahead and go finish the game. First I stayed my hand when he asked, now I raise my hand against you. I shall never forgive myself for this. Please know that your elder brother told us Waltham's dog will wear a familiar face. Forgive the knights, and let them serve you once more. Your brother told us to expect the dead to serve Waltham. He reassured us. However, returns will not be who they seem. So I guess that's supposed to be whoever, not however. Still, I'm glad Waltham chose you to return in his right hand. Your reward awaits beyond your final trial. Go, my precious Velmar. Fulfill your contract with me. I did not think a Velmar can regain their memories. I thought Waltham only wanted to fool us with your appearance. Forgive the knights and release your brother of his curse. The late Queen's final wish to be buried at sea. Know this, however. Your brother expected this from Waltham. It was his worst fear. Deeply regretted your death. Yeah, so the plot twist is that the person that Waltham revived which they obviously didn't follow her last wills because she wanted to be buried at sea, just said right there. But yeah, the person that Waltham revived from the dead was the queen. And which is why in order to get the true ending, you have to spare the 4 knights and kill the final boss, who is her brother, who killed her, took over, and then basically started messing around with elder gods and started causing all this fog and chaos to come to the land. And that's also why this is a 5-game series, because the first game you're playing the queen, you know, basically getting her kingdom back, and then the other 4 games in the series you're playing one of each of the knights that she sends out to try to fix all of this. The next game, Usurper, is going to be this guy, the 4th knight, Saragat. Yeah, they kind of go in order. It's Saragat, and that one's like a Metroidvania with him. The game after that is with Hito, the gunner guy, and that one's like a twin-stick shooter. The game after that is with Gray, the guy that used the 2-handed sword. And that one's kind of like a Zelda-like. And then the last one is with Len, the first knight, the girl with the scythe, and that one is turn-based combat. And all the games just kind of slowly tell the story of what happens in the aftermath of her brother essentially summoning Elder God's influence into the world. Which, you know, when I got to this point and I realized, because I had looked up, as I always do, I look up the requirements for the true ending, and when I realized that, like, oh, the true ending is leaving all these guys alive and then killing him because they're the ones that are the protagonists of the 4 games after this. And just the whole, you know, kind of Lovecraftian setting, which is also, I guess, why this one is very much a Bloodborne-like. Got me really interested in the series. This is the only one I've played, but I'll be going through the rest of them on Monday night stream, since they're all fairly short. And they're all slightly different genre of games. Like I said, it's like a Metroidvania, a twin-stick shooter, a Zelda-like, and then a turn-based investigation type game, from what I've heard. And this is the final boss, which is her brother, who is currently the king because he murdered the queen, which is the main character, and took over. That thing he summons with the red eye heals him for a lot if you don't kill it. Well done. You have fulfilled the contract. Like I promised, you are free now. As a little gratuity, I'll reveal who you were before you ended up in that grave. You were the last ruler of this cursed empire, before your brother usurped and put you into an unmarked grave. You are free to take your throne back, and confident the knights will aid you now that you are free of me. One last thing. Soon a time will come when something far worse than this fog will arrive here. I hope you will aid me with your regained rule. Yeah, so it's a series of 5 games, essentially made by 3 people. Citadel has arrived. You can catch that. But yeah, beating the game, which I did before, essentially lets you do this, where you can play through the game again, but as one of the 4 knights instead of the queen. Which apparently, if you play as the main character of the next game, it makes the game freakishly easy. Basically just show why. That's why. His normal attack is that, and then his heavy attack is just to make copies of himself that all start wailing away on shit. So you can essentially just run by something, summon out a bunch of copies, and they just go through them like a wood chipper. I don't know if that actually teleports him, but that's his animation for using the healing item. And when you're fighting him, when he does that, he teleports behind whatever he hits with... whatever it is he's throwing. I think it's like a dagger or something. Yeah. That's pretty much where we're going to stop for today. I did kind of want to do the super boss, but unfortunately that would have taken way too long dying and also like farming up blood to pay to make ourselves more insane. It just kind of happened naturally on my first playthrough because I died a lot trying to get the boss, like figure out the boss patterns and everything. And just figuring it, and just, you know, in the game in general. Like, figuring out combat in general, which is why now you kind of see me abusing the dashing strike, because after a while I did figure out that that is the basically fastest way to damage bosses and bring things health down, is just kind of back and forth spamming the dash attack. But, yeah. Unfortunately, due to the fact that I didn't die a million times trying to get through this, because my first time I played this game, it took me about 4.5 hours to beat, whereas this time I finished it in about 3, so add on about an hour and a half's worth of deaths, and that's what it would probably take to become fully insane. And unfortunately, you can't fight the super boss until you are fully insane. You can't enter the room. It's basically... The sad thing is, I'm not even sure how it really attacks, because when I finally did get to it, I had already bought, like, so many Ith Stones from the kid. Like, this time I only bought Ith Stones from the kid one time. The first time I went through this, I bought Ith Stones from him, like, 6 or 7 times. because I was having so much trouble with the bosses and everything, I basically just was grinding it out to get my stats up so that I could trivialize them. And I actually did trivialize the final boss as well. I don't even remember what his attacks were because I killed him so fast. Actually, maybe at the very least we can see him. Yeah, these were my stats the first time I did the game. Like, my health was 240, my weapon damage was up to 210, stamina was at 150. The injection vials were only at 4, of which this time I went through I had 5. But also remember, I had to buy those injection vials at way higher Ithroom costs because I didn't know that the amount you had to spend was equal to your rank, and your rank goes up as your max health goes up. I think that's supposed to be a balance because, you know, I think they heal you for a percentage of your health. So, in theory, if you have more health, they're healing you more, and that's why it costs more. But I knew that this time, which is why I bought myself up to 5, you know, immediately while I was still at rank 1, so I was only spending 1 stone on him each time. I think I had to spend like 3 or 4 on him. But this is the battle with all the bosses at the same time. I don't know how quickly I'll get killed, but at the very least you should be able to see what the super boss looks like. It's kind of like this diamond-shaped, like diamond obelisk-shaped thing with like a bunch of runes on it. And like I said, when I actually fought it by itself in this version of the game, I killed it so fast I didn't even really get to see what it did. I also didn't do it till after I beat the game. So I didn't, even in my first playthrough, I didn't get the benefit of what it gives you, because what it gives you is a, actually it should probably be in here. Oh wait, no it's not. That's right, because you have to do New Game Plus to unlock the 4 Nights thing. So this is the start of New Game Plus. So all of my story-related stuff is gone. But it essentially gives you an item that just makes that Grim Reaper attack that Len does not actually hit you. Yeah. See, there it is right there, that obelisk-looking thing. And as you can see, I'm actually beyond full insanity on this playthrough, because you're at full insanity when the very first time you die, the clock is at 12, and then it goes all the way backwards counterclockwise, so I hit 12 again and then went a little past it. And of course, like I said, on the second playthrough, I was only slightly past halfway. And that's after spending, you know, 4 times getting the insanity blessing from the priest, so it probably would have been a pretty long grind to get it in here, but I essentially just wanted to show what the super boss looked like, explain what he does and everything. But yeah, that is the first game. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do a first run through it because I just happened to play the game on a day off. I wasn't really expecting much from it, but I did end up really liking the game and being kind of interested in the games that come after it. like, that's... It's kind of funny, because you would think that's Alucard, right? Almost looks exactly like Alucard from Castlevania, but nope, that's the Queen. You can even kind of see the English Union Jack flag draped over the throne. Yeah, she is the Queen of Britannia. It's like a alternate history Britain in the 18-somethings when this takes place. I forget what year. I think they all tell you what year it is when the game starts, but yeah, essentially, her brother killed her, took over, and then made a pact with presumably Nyarlathotep, which is causing the influence of the Elder Gods to haunt the countryside. At which point, Waltham from Waltham Industries revived her as a Velmar, and she beats back her 4 knights, kills her brother, and now has got her kingdom back. And like I said, each of the 4 games after this involves one of those 4 knights doing stuff. I don't know. I don't know how the story progresses from here. I just know that every game involves a different one of those 4 knights in reverse order. So the next game, which is Skautfold Usurper, like I said, it's a Metroidvania with the 4th knight from here, which is a Saragat. And that will be what we are playing next Monday morning. So, yeah. And as for tomorrow, we are going to be starting up with Vagrant Story. Don't know how long that's going to last. I haven't really looked up the length of it. But I did decide what I'm going to play after that. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up another series that I played like 1 entry in and never really went back to. Oddly enough, this is pretty while ago. I played 7th Dragon 2020 in December of 2019. And I even remember the joke because I finished it a couple of days before New Year's, and someone was telling me that I need to slow down to try to finish 7th Dragon 2020 in 2020. And, well, the next game is 7th Dragon 2022. Not the year 2022, just 2020-2. Which I already missed my chance to play it in 2022. But we'll play that. And then, of course, whatever comes, the next game after that will be redeemed by a viewer. And then I'll play 7th Dragon 3 Code VFD, the one on the 3DS. And that should close out that series that's been dangling for quite a while since I played the first one. I did enjoy it. Every time I wanted to go back to it, something else kind of jumped in front of it, got me interested in it. So that'll be what's after Vagrant Story. I haven't checked how long Vagrant Story is, though. Fuck it, might as well do that now. Alright, how long to beat says main story 24, main plus extra 33. Completion is 72, but I am not going to be doing completionist. Especially not if it's that much of a discrepancy between main extra and completionist. It probably just involves like grinding up a bunch of crap. Or like a post-game boss that you need to like max everything out to beat or something like that. Yeah, that's out of the question, so 24 to 33 hours, maybe adding a little bit more to that because streaming it. So yeah, seems like it'll be about a week and a half. maybe 2 weeks. Okay, so I don't have to... I was worried that it was going to be even shorter than that, and I'd be jumping into 7th Dragon 2022 immediately, because I haven't got the images ready for it, the backgrounds and the chat screen. And that's a little bit lesser known of a game, so that'll probably be harder to find. But, yeah, so Monday mornings are pretty much going to be devoted to the Skautfold series until we finish all 5 games. 1 down, 4 to go. And I think they're all fairly short. I think almost all of them should be like 1 to 2 streams and they're done. And then, as I said, for tomorrow and the rest of the week, we got Vagrant Story. Whenever we finish that, 7th Dragon 2022. And then when I start playing that, Redemption will go up if you guys pick the one after that. That's much all there is to it. I don't know if anybody has any questions or anything they want to talk about. Otherwise, I'll just go ahead and give call-outs and end for today. So, Arenji, Jigs, Nami, Ragna, Kaz, Wabon, Samato. Thank you all for coming in and chatting with me while I play. Thank you, Wabon, for the resub. And thank you to anybody else who may have been lurking watching. It's always appreciated. So, yeah, we'll be continuing tomorrow with Vagrant Story, same time, 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. Check schedule for what time that is in your area. And as for right now, let me see if I can find someone to raid. Yeah, I guess let's just go ahead and raid Kaz. Seeing too many people on. Who's currently playing Shadowrun Dragonfall. Never played any of the games, but I did enjoy the Shadowrun tabletop game. So, as per usual, let's go ahead and jump in, say hi. Hope to see you all next time, and until then.
Bye-bye, everybody!